makes the whole thing go, right? Having a guy, if you want to play man-to-man coverage, he's going to beat you. And he's shown the ability to do that sometimes for this offense, and he's a guy that has the defense's attention.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's winning the Bolitnikov award necessarily, but you're right, David. When he's one-on-one, he should be able to win those matchups. And based on how he's played this season, this quarterback should feel really good and really confident when he throws his way.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First down, 10 yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
It's as if you're in golf in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Looking downfield, it's Watson. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Might be calling a hot route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This one's complete. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Hokie, high, tech, VPI got it rolling on the ground.
And Virginia Tech fans love that chant, and they love the physical ground game and the ability to run the football. That's kind of who they are. That's how they're built. Just a tough group of individuals.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. And the Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They want to run this quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Creek's hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Big fella moving. Give him 6. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So South Carolina's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really
breaks into the open. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
He's got him this time. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Gamecocks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He's got it again. Finds a little space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago. You see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Making side adjustments here. Trying to get the corner. Look out, he's got room. He has the 1st and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, what a cut! Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Throwing on the run. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Underneath Tulsa coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown! touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who's going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route, who gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. They stripped it out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get... ball.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be...
There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Gamecocks are threatening in the red zone. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Give to the running back. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint, because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Heath. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for you.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Watson. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Safe completion on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's been a nice drive by this offense so far, and now his quarterback is faced with a critical 3rd down in the red zone, trailing by a couple of possessions. If they're able to capitalize here, get this first down, score a touchdown on this drive, this game takes on a completely different feel. So this just feels like a massive moment in this game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes a grab, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And the Hokies will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game. Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in their corner, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running...
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. The give. Turning it on. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Dropping back, it's Watson. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time. Quarterback, he may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Hokies are rolling down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Hokies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This dude is just running amok for the Hokies, both through the air and on the ground.
He's just doing some serious damage. And whether it's running, whether it's throwing, this guy has been on point, making you think of some great names like Mike Vick back in the day that just electrified Virginia Tech fans.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to throw time running short in the half. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Punt is on its way. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position, the fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game, and just run the ball and take it into halftime. No, they're being aggressive, and not just that, they're taking deep shots way down the field, but give the defense credit. They were ready for it, forcing that incomplete.
Breaks away in the middle. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll leave it with him. And he's dragged down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical.
There he goes. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snags a quick pass on the left. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the 2nd half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
And it's knocked away downfield, the DB getting a hand in there.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. And the Hokies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keeps it on the bootleg. Zings it complete to the right. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Dropping back, it's Watson. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Sends him back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll do it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of him.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead is now back down to 9.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they're living dangerous.